Hello students, myself Chinalisha welcomes you on behalf of Saraswati International Academy. Students, today we will begin with the next part of our chapter Plant Kingdom. Students, in last lecture we have studied regarding the pteridophytes. Today we will begin with the next plant group and that is gymnosperms. Now students, what are gymnosperms? So again it is derived from the Greek word, the term gymnos, it means naked, and sperma it means seeds. So basically those plants which have the naked seeds, they are called as the gymnosperms. Naked seeds, it means that the seed is not covered or it is not enclosed by the ovary wall, and that seed it remains exposed after as well as before the fertilization. So what are gymnosperms? They are the plants in which ovules are not enclosed by the ovary wall and they remain exposed both before and after fertilization. Now here the seeds that develop post fertilization are not covered, that is naked. So what do you mean by the term gymnosperms? Seeds are developed after fertilization only. Keep in mind students, the seeds are formed after fertilization. So the term post fertilization indicates the process after the fertilization. So seeds which are formed after fertilization, they are not having any covering. Okay, so such seeds are called as the naked seeds. Now which type of plants will be included in the gymnosperms? So basically they include medium sized trees or tall trees and shrubs. Now one of the gymnosperms which is called as the giant redwood tree sequoia, it is one of the tallest tree species. Here the main plant body again here is sporophyte. So students keep in mind, except for the bryophyte, all other plants will be having sporophytic body as the main plant body. And here this sporophytic plant body of the gymnosperm, it is divided into roots, stem and the leaves. Now students, certain general characteristics of the gymnosperms. Now I told you the body is divided into what? It is divided into root, stem and leaves, and it is a sporophytic body. Here the roots are taproots. So which type of roots are they? They are the taproots. Now the roots in some genus of the gymnosperms, they have the fungal association, which means the roots of certain gymnosperms, they are associated with certain fungi. The roots of certain gymnosperms have fungal association. Such roots are, that association is called as mycorrhiza. What is mycorrhiza? It is a symbiotic association between the roots as well as the fungi. I told the term symbiotic relationship. What does it mean? Both the organisms, that is roots as well as fungi, both of them, roots of the plants and the fungi, both of them are helpful to each other. Say for example, what root does? The root will provide the shelter to the fungi, and whatever stored food is there in the root, that will be also consumed by the fungi. But what is provided by the fungi to the roots? We know the structure of the fungi. Fungi, it have the hyphae. Hyphae, it penetrates, that is fungal filaments, they penetrate deep inside the soil and they absorb the nutrients and water for the roots. So in this way, both the roots as well as the fungi, they are benefited by each other's presence. So that association, symbiotic association between the roots of the higher plants and the fungi, it is called as the mycorrhiza. So example is in the pinus. While in some others like cycas, they have small specialized roots which are called as the coralloid roots, which are associated with the nitrogen fixing bacteria. So normally the root system is which type of root system? Taproot system. In certain cases, the roots are associated with fungi. What is that association called as? Mycorrhiza. In certain species like Cycas, the roots are called as the coralloid roots. Now what are coralloid roots? These roots have nitrogen fixing bacteria inside themselves, and that nitrogen fixing bacteria are cyanobacteria. So coralloid root, they contain the symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So in Cycas there are two types of the root. Normal taproot will be also found, and along with that they also contain the coralloid root which are specialized to fix the nitrogen. Now in certain cases the stems are unbranched like in the Cycas, or they may be branched like in Pinus and Sidereus. The leaves may be simple or compound. Simple leaf यानी जिसमें कोई dissection नहीं है. Suppose I am drawing this leaf. This leaf is called as which type of leaf? This is a simple leaf. Now another leaf is a compound leaf. So if the leaf is having this type of the dissection, then such leaves are called as the compound leaves. So there are two types of the leaves. Either it may be simple leaves, that is without any dissections, or it may be compound leaves, right? Now in certain cases the compound leaves are called as the pinnate leaves. We will be studying in detail the morphology of the leaf. At that time you will be clear that what are pinnate leaves. But in Cycas, which type of leaves are found? Pinnate leaves. Pinnate leaf is a type of a compound leaves. Now this compound pinnate leaves, they live for many years, that is they persist for few years. Now the leaves of the gymnosperms, they are well adapted to withstand extremes of temperature, humidity and wind. So basically the leaves are adapted to withstand extreme temperature, extreme humidity as well as extreme wind. In conifers, they have the needle-like leaves, and these needle-like leaves, they reduce the surface area so that there won't be the maximum transpiration, right? It prevents, the reduced surface area prevents the process of transpiration. So I told you what is transpiration. Now I told you it prevents the process of transpiration. What is transpiration? Basically it is loss of the water in the form of the water vapor by the leaves. So basically in conifer they have the needle-like leaf. Now as they have needle-like leaf, the surface area gets reduced. Due to this, the process of transpiration is prevented, or you can say water loss process can be prevented. So their thick cuticle and sunken stomata help to reduce the water loss. Now students, the gymnosperms and angiosperms, they are collectively included in the spermatophyta. So both gymnosperms and angiosperms together are included in spermatophyta, which means seed bearing plants, or you can say those plants which possess the seeds. So gymnosperms and angiosperms, both of them, they develop the seeds. Gymnosperms are naked seeded plants, which means no fruit formation takes place in these plants. The seed is not covered by the ovary wall, and that is the reason there won't be the fruit formation in them. In gymnosperms, embryo and seed formation takes place, but no fruit formation occurs. They are very limited in distribution. They are normally found in cold regions. In our country, they are found on the Himalayan mountains. They usually occurs on the slope of the mountains in cold region. Therefore, they are xerophyte. Now, what are xerophytic plants? Those plants which survive in an environment which contains very little water. Such plants are called as the xerophytic plants. Now, normally they are found in cold regions. So basically they will be found in the region which is covered by snow or ice, and therefore they are called as the xerophytic plants which live in the little water. Now all gymnosperms are vascular plants. It means they will have the vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. Very important student for you to note is in xylem they lack the vessels. Now students, in 9th standard you might have studied the detailed structure of xylem and phloem. They are which type of tissues? They are complex permanent tissues. As they are complex tissues, they are made up of different types of cells. So xylem basically is made up of 4 types of cell. One type of the cell in the xylem is vessels. So xylem here lacks the vessel. Same way phloem again is made up of different types of the cells. So here the phloem will be lacking the companion cells. Again exceptions. So exceptionally in xylem of Netum, Ephedra and Welwitschia, the true vessels are present. So these are exceptions of the gymnosperms. The examples, the Netum, the Ephedra and Welwitschia, they are the plants which consist of the vessels. Secondary growth takes place in the gymnospermic stem. So basically their stem is woody. Now what is secondary growth? प्राइमरी स्ट्रक्चर बन जाने के बाद यानी रूट, लीव्स और स्टेम बन जाने के बाद फिर से ग्रोथ का प्रोसेस होता है. यू विल बी स्टडिंग दिस इन डिटेल इन योर लेटर चैप्टर्स. सो यहाँ पे स्टेम में सेकेंडरी ग्रोथ होता है. स्टेम बन जाने के बाद अगेन द प्रोसेस ऑफ ग्रोथ अकर्स इन द स्टेम एंड दैट इज द रीजन वाई जिम्नोस्पर्मिक स्टेम्स आर वुडी. Now most of the gymnosperms are arborescent. Arborescent यानी woody. Basically I told you they are medium sized trees or trees like in growth or appearance. No, tree के appearance में होते हैं, that is called as the arborescent यानी woody. Or they may have the tree habit but some are also present as shrub. Normally they occur as a medium sized tree or a normal tree. Arborescent यानी मीडियम साइज ट्री जैसा स्ट्रक्चर और सम may be present as shrubs. Some of the gymnosperms are liana. Liana basically are woody climbing plants which hangs from the trees. So the woody climbers basically इसको simple term में हम बोलेंगे liana are the woody climbers. So basically they are trees and shrubs, but some of them may also occur as the lianas. So that was regarding the general characteristics of the gymnosperms. Now we will begin with the life cycle of the gymnosperms. Now I told you in the pteridophytes, all the pteridophytes, or you can say mostly the pteridophytes are homosporous. But some of the pteridophytes were heterosporous, and it was the heterosporous pteridophytes which was the precursor in the formation of the seed habit. यानी जो heterosporous pteridophytes थे, they were basically acting as the point for the evolution to form the gymnosperms. So gymnosperms are always which type of plants? Heterosporous. They produce two kinds of the haploid spores. One is microspores and another one is megaspores. Spores always haploid होते हैं. Now, where are the spores produced? The spores are produced within the sporangia that are borne on the sporophylls, which are arranged spirally along an axis to form a lex, which is loose structure or a complex strobili or cones. So they produce two kinds of spores. Spores are developed in microsporangia. Spores are developed in the sporangia. अभी ये sporangia कहाँ पे होते हैं? Sporophylls. What are the sporophylls? Basically they are the leaf which bears the sporangia. Now sporophyll पे वो कहाँ पे कैसे arranged है? So basically they are arranged spirally. Now either that sporangia they will be arranged loosely. अगर loosely they are arranged है तो उनको legs बोलते हैं. And if the sporangia are arranged compactly, then the structure formed is called as the strobili or cones. Now the strobili bearing the microsporophyll and microsporangia, what is it called as? Microsporangiate cone or male strobili or male cone. So basically male cone क्या है? Male cones are those cones which have the microsporophylls and microsporangia. Now ये माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया के अंदर क्या होता है? It consists of the microspore mother cells. So within microsporangium many microspore mother cells are present. This microspore mother cells, it undergoes meiosis and it produces the haploid microspores. Very important student. Male cones will have the microsporophylls. These microsporophylls will have microsporangia. Within the microsporangia are microspore mother cells. These microspore mother cells undergoes meiotic division to form the haploid microspores. Now students, the microspores germination will take place inside the microsporangium only. टेरिडोफाइट में हमने ये देखा कि माइक्रोस्पोर्स, जो भी स्पोर्स होते हैं, दे डेवलप इन द सॉइल, यानी उनका खुद का इंडिपेंडेंट डेवलपमेंट होता था सॉइल में. जबकि इन द जिम्नोस्पर्म्स व्हाट हैपन, microspores get developed within the microsporangia only. So such type of germination is called as endosporic. Endo, inside, spores. So spores का germination it takes place within the microsporangia. Okay, now we know that when the spores germinate, what it results in the formation of gametophytic generation. So here also the microspores, they develop into the male gametophytic generation, which is highly reduced and is confined to only limited number of cells. So यहाँ पे हम ये देख रहे हैं कि जो गैमेटोफाइट बना, मेल गैमेटोफाइट बना, उसका खुद का इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है. So microspores germination results in the formation of male gametophyte. ये male gametophyte बहुत reduced है. Basically it consists of only few cells. It consists of the limited number of cells. So you can imagine कि टेरिडोफाइट में तो gametophyte was a independent plant, जबकि in the gymnosperms and also in angiosperms आप देखोगे कि gametophyte is confined to the limited number of cells, and that reduced male gametophyte is called as a pollen grain. क्या बोलते हैं male gametophyte को? So the male gametophyte is called as a pollen grain. Now ये जो पोलन ग्रेन्स बने वो कहाँ पे बने? माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में बने. सी, माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम के अंदर माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल्स थे जिसने माइक्रोस्पोर्स को बनाया. अभी ये माइक्रोस्पोर्स का जर्मिनेशन हुआ. किधर हुआ? माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में ही उसका जर्मिनेशन हुआ. ओके, वो किस में जर्मिनेशन होकर क्या बना? पोलन ग्रेन. अभी ये जो पोलन ग्रेन बना उसका डेवलपमेंट भी किसके अंदर होगा? द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द पोलन ग्रेन्स ऑल्सो टेक्स प्लेस विद इन द माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम. क्लियर हुआ? माइक्रोस्पोरोफिल के ऊपर होगा माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया, माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया के अंदर होंगे माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल्स जो मियोसिस करके क्या बनाते हैं? माइक्रोस्पोर्स. माइक्रोस्पोर्स का जर्मिनेशन माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में होता है एंड वो क्या बनाता है? मेल गैमेटोफाइट. मेल गैमेटोफाइट इज कन्फाइंड टू लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ सेल्स. फ्यू सेल्स आर प्रेजेंट ओनली इन द मेल गैमेटोफाइट एंड दैट फ्यू सेल्ड मेल गैमेटोफाइट को हम क्या बोलते हैं? पोलन ग्रेन. अभी पोलन ग्रेन का डेवलपमेंट होगा, जर्मिनेशन होगा, वो भी कहाँ पे होगा? दैट ऑल्सो विल अकर इन द माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, those cones or strobili which bears the megasporophyll with ovules, या उसको हम बोलेंगे megasporangia. What are they called as? Macrosporangiate or megasporangiate cones, or female strobili or female cones. So what is a female cone? That cone which have the megasporophyll and megasporangia, it is called as the female cone. Now students, listen very carefully. When the male or the female cones or strobili, they are developed on the same tree, the member is called as the monoecious. यानी जब एक ही ट्री पे मेल एंड फीमेल कोन्स बनते हैं, that plants are called as monoecious. Example is pinus. Whereas those plants where male and female cones, or you can say where male and female sporophylls, they are developed on the different trees. Yani male cones and female cones, they are formed on the different trees. That members are called as the dioecious. An example is the cycas. In cycas, the male cones and the female cones, they are developed on the different trees, and therefore the cycas is which type of plant? Dioecious plant. Now students, I told you that female cone consists of the megasporophylls and megasporangia. Now the megasporangium, it is of course having which type of tissue? Diploid tissue. Which type of cells are present in megasporangium? Diploid cells. And that diploid tissue which is present in the megasporophyll, what is it called as? Nucellus. Listen very carefully, it is called as the nucellus. What is it called as? Nucellus. So basically the diploid tissue present in the megasporophyll is called as a nucellus. Now this nucellus, it is covered with the integument or envelope. What does it means? जो nucellus है, that is the diploid tissue within the megasporophyll, it is surrounded by the protective covering. That protective covering is called as the integuments. So this composite structure, ये compound structure जो किसके addition से बनता है? Nucellus plus integuments together, a composite structure is formed which is called as integumented megasporangium, or also called as the ovule. So students, here the megasporangium is called as an ovule. What is it called as? It is called as the ovule. So students, again I am repeating, the megasporangium consists of a diploid tissue which is called as nucellus. That nucellus is covered by the integuments. Integuments are the envelope. So this complex structure, that is nucellus surrounded by the integuments, that structure is called as the integumented megasporangium, or also it is called as an ovule. Now I told you it consists of, the megasporangium consists of a diploid tissue. What is that diploid tissue called as? Nucellus. Now students, of all cells of the nucellus, only one cell of a nucellus, ये कैसा है? Diploid है. See, I have written 2n. So one cell of the nucellus, it gets differentiated into megaspore mother cells. जबकि आप मेल कोन में देखोगे तो माइक्रोस्पोरोफिल के पास माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया था, जिसके अंदर हर कोई सेल किसकी तरह वर्क करता था? माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल. जबकि यहाँ पे अंदर का टिश्यू पूरा डिप्लॉयड ही है, बट ये डिप्लॉयड टिश्यू जो न्यूसिलस हम बोलते हैं, उसमें से सिर्फ एक ही सेल किस में कन्वर्ट होता है? मेगास्पोर मदर सेल्स. सो दैट nucellus cell which is differentiated into megaspore mother cell, it will undergo meiosis and it results in the formation of the 4 haploid megaspores. Listen very carefully students. Nucellus का एक cell gets transformed into megaspore mother cell. This megaspore mother cell divides by meiosis and it results in the formation of 4 haploid megaspore. मेगास्पोर किस में से बनता है? मेगास्पोर मदर सेल. मेगास्पोर मदर सेल में कितने क्रोमोसोम्स है? 2n नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम. उसका मियोसिस होता है तो ऑफ कोर्स जो सेल्स बनेंगे वो हैप्लॉइड होंगे. और कितने बेसिकली कितने सेल्स बनेंगे? 4. We know that by a meiotic division of a single cell, it results in the formation of 4 cells. Now, out of the 4 megaspores formed, 3 of them will degenerate, yani 3 of them get degraded. Only 1 megaspore becomes functional. So the total 4 megaspores are formed. Out of the 4 megaspores formed, 3 of them are degenerated. They will degenerate, and only 1 megaspore becomes the functional megaspore. Now, this functional megaspore, it germinates inside the megasporangium. जैसे माइक्रोस्पोर्स का जर्मिनेशन किस में होता है? माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में. सेम वे जो फंक्शनल मेगास्पोर है उसका जर्मिनेशन भी किसके अंदर होता है? मेगास्पोरेंजियम के अंदर. एंड दैट टाइप ऑफ जर्मिनेशन इज कॉल्ड एज द एंडोस्पोरिक जर्मिनेशन. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे आई टोल्ड यू माइक्रोस्पोर्स का जर्मिनेशन माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में होता है. जर्मिनेशन के बाद वो क्या बनाता है? मेल गैमेटोफाइट. मेल गैमेटोफाइट इज रिड्यूस्ड एंड इज कन्फाइंड टू limited number of cell. What was that male gametophyte called as? It was called as the pollen grain. Same way मेगास्पोर्स जो मेगास्पोरेंजियम के अंदर है उसका जर्मिनेशन होता है एंड वो क्या बनाता है? फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट. And this female gametophyte is multicellular, and this multicellular female gametophyte is known as the endosperm. So endosperm के पास कितने से क्रोमोसोम्स हो गए? ऑफ कोर्स हैप्लॉइड ही हो गए, क्योंकि वो किस में से बना है? मेगास्पोर में से. एंड मेगास्पोर कैसा है? हैप्लॉइड है. सो स्टूडेंट्स कीप इन माइंड, in the gymnosperms the male gametophyte is called pollen grain and the female gametophyte is called as the endosperm. Now what this I told you, gametophyte are the structures which will be responsible for formation of the sex organs and the gametes. So of course the female gametophyte, which is called as endosperm, it produces 2 or more archegonia. Archegonia are nothing but the female sex organ in one ovule. यानी एक मेगास्पोरेंजियम में एक फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट बनेगा जो 1 या 2 फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन्स बनाएगा. नाउ वी नो दैट द फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट वो भी किसके अंदर है? इट इज़ प्रेजेंट विद इन द मेगास्पोरेंजियम. नाउ इम्पॉर्टेंट नोट स्टूडेंट्स कि इन ब्रायोफाइट्स एंड टेरिडोफाइट्स मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट वर हैविंग इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जिस्टेंस. हाँ, ब्रायोफाइट में स्पोरोफाइट वॉज डिपेंडेंट ऑन गैमेटोफाइट, बट स्टिल स्पोरोफाइटिक प्लांट अलग दिखता था, गैमेटोफाइटिक प्लांट डिफरेंट था. एंड टेरिडोफाइट्स में तो हमने देखा था कि दो अलग ही प्लांट्स थे. बट इन जिम्नोस्पर्म्स एंड एंजियोस्पर्म्स मेल गैमेटोफाइट एंड फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट डू नॉट हैव एन इंडिपेंडेंट फ्री लिविंग एग्जिस्टेंस. वो किसके अंदर बनते हैं? स्पोरोफाइट के अंदर ही बनते हैं. एंड दे रिमेन विद इन द स्पोरेंजिया विच इज रिटेन्ड ऑन द स्पोरोफाइट. आई टोल्ड यू मेल गैमेटोफाइट जिम्नोस्पर्म का किधर है? इन द माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया. एंड फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट वो भी किसके अंदर है? मेगास्पोरेंजिया. सो यहाँ पे जो गैमेटोफाइट्स है they are present inside the sporangia. And where is this sporangia present? It is present on the sporophyte. Clear students? Now how the further process occurs in the gymnosperms. I told you that the female gametophyte, it develops the either 1 or 2 archegonia. Now the pollen grains आर रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम द माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम. क्या होता है? पोलन ग्रेन्स जो माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम के अंदर है, अब तक पोलन ग्रेन्स किस में है? माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम के अंदर. उसमें से वो क्या हो गए? रिलीज हो गए. नाउ दिस पोलन ग्रेन्स बाय द विंड पोलिनेशन. व्हाट इज पोलिनेशन? ट्रांसफर ऑफ द पोलन ग्रेन्स. So pollen grains, they are carried by the air current, that is by the wind pollination, and they come in contact with the opening of the ovules present on the megasporophyll. Now basically megasporangium is called as an ovule. right? And where is megasporangium present? It is present on the megasporophyll. Now ये जो megasporangium जिसको हम ovule भी बोलते हैं, that megasporangium will have an opening. It will have a minute pore, and that opening of the ovule, it is called as the micropyle. Yani the pollen grains which are released from the microsporangium by the process of wind pollination, it comes in contact with the micropyle of the ovule. Now अभी पोलन ग्रेन का क्या होगा? जर्मिनेशन होगा. नाउ व्हेन द पोलन ग्रेन जर्मिनेट्स, उसके अंदर एक सेल होता है, एक न्यूक्लियस होता है, राइट? पोलन ग्रेन हैप्लॉइड सेल है, उसके अंदर न्यूक्लियस होता है. सो ये टाइम पे न्यूक्लियस में माइटोटिक डिवीजन बनकर क्या बनेगा? मेल गैमेट्स बनेंगे. एक पोलन ग्रेन विल फॉर्म टोटल 2 मेल गैमेट्स, and again the pollen grain will form a tube. And what is that tube called as? It is called as a pollen tube. So each pollen grain, it produces the pollen tube carrying the 2 male gametes, which grows towards the archegonia in the ovules and discharge or release their content, which are the 2 male gametes, near the mouth of the archegonia. Listen very carefully students. पोलन ग्रेन्स रिलीज होते हैं. आफ्टर देयर रिलीज बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ विंड पोलिनेशन, दे कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द ओपनिंग ऑफ द मेगास्पोरेंजियम. ओके, मेगास्पोरेंजियम के अंदर क्या बन गया है? फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट बना है, राइट? नाउ ये पोलन ग्रेन्स जर्मिनेट हो गए. जर्मिनेट होकर वो क्या बनाएंगे? एक पोलन ट्यूब बनाएंगे. And that pollen tube will contain the 2 male gamete. एक pollen grain के अंदर कितने male gametes होते हैं? 2 male gametes होते हैं. So with the help of the pollen tube, the male gametes, they are basically, pollen tube कहाँ तक reach पहुँचेगी? Archegonia. What is archegonia? The female sex organ. And as it reaches the archegonia, पोलन ट्यूब के पास जो मेल गैमेट्स है, 2 मेल गैमेट्स है, वेयर दे विल बी रिलीज्ड? दे विल रिलीज्ड नियर द माउथ ऑफ द आर्चिगोनिया. नाउ टोटल कितने मेल गैमेट फीमेल अंदर गए? इन द बेसिकली यू कैन से इन द आर्चिगोनिया 2. आउट ऑफ द 2 मेल गैमेट, 1 विल डीजनरेट. एक मेल गैमेट क्या होता है? डीजनरेट हो जाता है. बट the other male gamete fuses with the female gamete. One male gamete will degenerate and other male gamete will fuse with the female gamete which is present in the archegonia. Okay, so one male gamete fuses with the female gamete and another male gamete degenerates. The fertilization is performed, which results into zygote and then embryo formation within the ovule. So fusion of the male and female gamete will result in the formation of the zygote. Zygote will form the embryo. ये सब कहाँ पे बनता है? ओव्यूल के अंदर, within the megasporangium. Now this fertilized ovule, अभी ये ओव्यूल में fertilization हो चुका है. कैसे? तो मेल गैमेट हैव फ्यूज्ड विद द फीमेल गैमेट एंड जाइगोट बना. जाइगोट किस में कन्वर्ट हो गया? एम्ब्रियो में. सो नाउ इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ फर्टिलाइज्ड ओव्यूल. एंड व्हाट दिस फर्टिलाइज्ड ओव्यूल कंटेन? एम्ब्रियो. सो फर्टिलाइज्ड ओव्यूल हैविंग अ एम्ब्रियो इज नाउ कॉल्ड एज अ सीड. पहले हम बोलते थे ओव्यूल के, जहाँ पे तब तक फर्टिलाइजेशन नहीं हुआ था, लेकिन ओव्यूल में जब फर्टिलाइजेशन हो जाता है, then that fertilized ovule is called as a seed, जिसके अंदर developing embryo होता है. Now here the seeds are not covered with the ovary wall or fruit wall, so what are they called as? Naked seeds. It means in gymnosperm seeds are formed but ovary or fruits are not formed, so called as the naked seeded plants. Now अभी seeds को जब favorable conditions मिलेगी, which contains the embryo, they form a new diploid sporophytic plants on the germination. So this is a complete life cycle of the gymnosperms. This is a diagram By this diagram it will be clear that how the process will occur. So we know, students, that this is the main plant body of the basically main plant body of the gymnosperm, it is sporophyte. So basically it is a heterosporous plant, so it produces how many kinds of spores? Two types of spores. So male cone, female cone will be developed. Male cone contains microsporophylls and microsporangium, whereas the female cone consists of the megasporophylls and the megasporangium, right? What does the male cone consist of? Microsporophyll. Female cone consists of the megasporophyll. Now microsporophyll consists of the microsporangium and megasporophyll consists of the megasporangium, which is called as an ovule. Now within the microsporangium are present microspore mother cells, which on meiosis gives the microspores. Similarly, the megasporangium, it have a diploid tissue which is called as the nucellus, and one cell of the nucellus is differentiated into मेगास्पोर मदर सेल, जिसका मियोसिस होकर क्या बनेगा? मेगास्पोर्स. नाउ माइक्रोस्पोर्स ऑन जर्मिनेशन प्रोड्यूस्ड अ रिड्यूस्ड मेल गैमेटोफाइट, एंड व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड एज? पोलन ग्रेन. सिमिलरली 4 मेगास्पोर में से एक मेगास्पोर फंक्शनल होगा, जो जर्मिनेशन के बाद फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट बनाएगा, जिसको हम बोलते हैं एंडोस्पर्म. ओके. Male gametophyte, that is pollen grain, it develops the male gamete. Female gametophyte will develop the female sex organ, that is archegonia, and this archegonia basically will form the female gamete. अभी ये दोनों सेल का क्या होगा? फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा. मेल गैमेट एंड फीमेल गैमेट का फ्यूजन होगा. That fusion is called as the siphonogamy. Siphonogamy basically means the male gametes are non-motile and they are carried by the pollen tube to the female gamete. Male gamete खुद female gamete के पास नहीं जाते, उनको कोई carrier की requirement है. That carriers are nothing but the pollens. So pollen grain containing the pollen tube, they are the carriers of the female of the male gamete. ना ओके, उनका जर्मिनेशन फ्यूजन के बाद क्या बनेगा? जाइगोट. जाइगोट का अंदर माइटोसिस होकर क्या बनेगा? एम्ब्रियो. एंड एम्ब्रियो गेट्स कन्वर्टेड. एम्ब्रियो विल इज नथिंग बट इट विल नाउ फॉर्म अ सीड्स, which on germination will again form the sporophyte. So this is the life cycle of the gymnosperms. Here also you can see the life cycle of the gymnosperm. Here you can see this is the main sporophytic plant. This sporophytic plant will develop the male cone and the female cone, right? Male cone will have the microspores, female cone will have a single megaspore. Okay, microspores का क्या होता है? Conversion male gametophyte में. What is that male gametophyte called as? pollen. And जो फीमेल कोन है वो क्या बनाता है? मेगास्पोर. अभी आउट ऑफ द सी ईयर आपको 4 सेल्स दिखेंगे. 1 इज बिगर सेल, 3 आर स्मॉलर. So out of the 3, one will become functional, 3 degenerates, and the functional one will develop the female gametophyte. Female gametophyte archegonia बनाएगा, जो क्या बनाएगा? egg बनाएगा. Okay, what is a male gametophyte called as? It is called as pollen grain. Now this pollen grain through the pollination process comes in contact with the female gametophyte. फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट के जैसे ही कांटेक्ट में आएगा, पोलन ग्रेन का जर्मिनेशन होगा एंड वो 2 मेल गैमेट को कहाँ पे डिस्चार्ज करेगा? इनटू द आर्चिगोनिया. ओके, सो फर्टिलाइजेशन हो गया, एक मेल गैमेट डीजेनरेट हो जाएगा, दूसरा क्या बनाएगा? जाइगोट. जाइगोट का माइटोसिस होकर क्या बनेगा? एम्ब्रियो. वो एम्ब्रियो किसके अंदर है? सीड के अंदर. ओके, सीड फिर जर्मिनेट होकर फिर से क्या बनाएगा? स्पोरोफाइटिक प्लांट्स. So that is regarding the life cycle of the gymnosperms. Now students, one important note. Now life cycle of the gymnosperm is called as diplontic life cycle. यानी पूरे प्लांट में हर कोई स्टेजेस कैसा है? डिप्लॉयड है. आपने देखा स्पोरोफाइट है, सीड्स है, ये सब डिप्लॉयड स्ट्रक्चर है. जो गैमेटोफाइटिक जनरेशन है वो कैसा है? शॉर्ट लिव्ड है. कैसे? जैसे गैमेटोफाइट ऑफ द मेल वॉज कॉल्ड एज द पोलन ग्रेन, सो वो लिमिटेड था. Same way female gametophyte was called as endosperm. So it is basically short-lived structure. So the life cycle is called as the diplontic life cycle. Gametophyte is very reduced and it depends on the sporophyte. गेमेटोफाइट का खुद का इंडिपेंडेंट एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है, वो किसके अंदर डेवलप होता है, स्पोरोफाइट के अंदर. हमने देखा कि मेल गेमेटोफाइट माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में मेल गेमेटोफाइट का डेवलपमेंट माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम में होता है, फीमेल गेमेटोफाइट का डेवलपमेंट मेगास्पोरेंजियम में होता है. और ये दोनों स्पोरेंजियम कहाँ पे है, स्पोरोफाइट के पास. सो गेमेटोफाइटिक स्ट्रक्चर दे आर dependent or they are basically formed on the sporophytic plant, and that gametophyte is very reduced, and therefore the life cycle is called as a diplontic life cycle. Now यहाँ पे students comparison is given between angiosperms and gymnosperms. angiosperms हम next video में study करेंगे, but comparison क्या है वो हम देखते हैं कि जिम्नोस्पर्म में सिंगल फर्टिलाइजेशन हुआ. कितने मेल गैमेट से, 2 मेल गैमेट, उसमें से एक मेल गैमेट क्या हो गया, डीजनरेट हो गया, एंड जो रिमेनिंग मेल गैमेट था उसने किसके साथ फ्यूज़ हुआ, एग के साथ, एंड क्या बना, जाइगोट बना. सो दिस फर्टिलाइजेशन इज कॉल्ड एज सिंगल फर्टिलाइजेशन. आउट ऑफ द 2 मेल गैमेट फॉर्म 1 degenerates and the remaining fuses with the egg cell to form the zygote. So this only single structure is fertilized, right? So it is called as the single fertilization. In gymnosperms, single fertilization takes place, so zygote is only formed through the fertilization. But in angiosperms, double fertilization occurs. यानी पोलन ग्रेन 2 मेल गैमेट वहाँ पे भी बनाएगा, लेकिन ये 2 मेल गैमेट, एक मेल गैमेट एग के साथ फ्यूज़ होकर क्या बनाता है, जाइगोट बनाता है. एंड दूसरा मेल गैमेट एक दूसरा सेल होता है जिसको बोलते हैं सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस, वो उसके साथ फ्यूज़ होकर क्या बनाता है, एंडोस्पर्म. सो 2 फर्टिलाइजेशन हुआ, एक मेल गैमेट ने एग के साथ फ्यूज़ किया, दूसरे मेल गैमेट ने सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस के साथ फ्यूज़ किया. So as 2 structures are fertilized, it is called as the double fertilization. So in angiosperm, double fertilization takes place. So 2 products are formed after it. One is zygote and another one is endosperm. Now see students, the difference between the endosperm of angiosperms and gymnosperms. Gymnosperms में endosperm, it is formed before fertilization. What is endosperm in a gymnosperm? The female gametophyte is called as the endosperm. फीमेल गेमेटोफाइट कैसा है, हेप्लॉइड है. सो यहाँ पे इन द जिम्नोस्पर्म्स द एंडोस्पर्म इज हेप्लॉइड. बट स्टूडेंट्स, जब आप एंजियोस्पर्म स्टडी करोगे आपको ज़्यादा क्लियर होगा कि इन द एंजियोस्पर्म्स द एंडोस्पर्म इज फॉर्म्ड आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन. यानी मेल गैमेट जब सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस के साथ फ्यूज़ होते हैं, सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस के पास डिप्लॉयड क्रोमोसोम्स है, 2n नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स है, मेल गैमेट के पास n नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम है. सो स्ट्रक्चर कैसा बना, ट्रिप्लॉयड. सो एंजियोस्पर्म्स में जो एंडोस्पर्म बनता है वो ट्रिप्लॉयड होता है एंड इट इज़ फॉर्म्ड आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन. whereas in gymnosperms, whatever endosperm is formed, it is formed before fertilization and it is always haploid. So in gymnosperms, the endosperm is formed before fertilization by megaspore. So it is haploid. But in angiosperm, the endosperm is formed after fertilization by triple fusion. ट्रिपल फ्यूजन यानी 3 न्यूक्लियस का फ्यूजन होता है. सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस के 2 न्यूक्लियस एंड मेल गैमेट का 1 न्यूक्लियस. सो हियर इन द एंजियोस्पर्म्स the endosperm is formed by triple fusion, that is fusion of secondary nucleus which contains 2n number of chromosomes and male gamete which contains n number of chromosomes, and that is the reason why here the angiosperm is having a triploid endosperm whereas gymnosperm consists of the haploid endosperm. So that is regarding the life cycle of the gymnosperms. Now see students, these are the diagrams. This is of the cycas, this is the ginkgo, then this plant is a pinus plant, this plant is a sidereus plant. These are the cone of the pine trees. So in the first diagram you can see a female cone, and what female cone will develop? Ovules. And this is the male cone of a pine tree, and what the male cone produces? It will finally produce the pollen grains. Again this is a female cone and this is the male cone. And these are the three another gymnosperms. One is ephedra, another one is nitum, and another one is the welwitschia. So students, here we come to the end of today's lecture. We have studied in detail regarding the gymnosperms, right? We have studied their general characteristics, we have studied their life cycle, and also we have studied certain points regarding the comparison of the angiosperms and gymnosperms. In the next lecture, we will be studying regarding the angiosperms. I end my lecture here, students. Thank you.